question from Andrea Thompson, Lozzie. Which sexy strong woman would we like a threesome with?
Whichever one you wanted.
I want her dark, hench and beautiful. We are both coming. We will be flying in on the 10th of... It's November, isn't it?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
We're very excited. So we have decided on the back lift, the Flintstone lift, the Playboy Bunny squat, natural stones and power stairs. I really liked Jared Leto because I was a little bit emo. Lozu?
I liked Baby Spice when she was singing Two Become One.
And she married, like, you know.
I'd never say never, but it's not on my current agenda. I'm not sort of focused on competing or training for Strongman right now, but you never know what I might do down the line.
Mate, we've been here ages already. We've been to Boroughbridge. Now we're going to Mansfield so Lozzie can have some treatment, but we will be back up at around 3 p.m.
No, but they taste damn good afterwards. I'd say Zadrunas.
For me, I think maybe a frog. Lozzie?
I could cling film you to a lamppost.
At that point, it was called the British Open, so there were a few international invitees, but the highest placing Brit overall won the British Strongman title. Right now I have nude and black on this hand, and nude and white on this hand.
I do this all myself. No, I go to the barbers and get it trimmed. I try to go every 2 weeks, but it doesn't always happen. I admire loads of people, but guys like Steve Redgrave, Roger Federer, I think what they've done is absolutely incredible. I'd love to sit down and chat with those.
How fulfilling is it to see those that you coach pull off a massive PB?
It's an amazing feeling. Just seeing anyone progress and enjoy what they do and being part of that journey is always really fulfilling.
I'd spend an hour on the toilet, I'd have a nap, I'd have several showers, and then I'd have a wank. Lozzie?
Yeah, I'd probably go for the last one just to see what it felt like. Do you know what I wouldn't do if I had your body?
Go on.
Squat.
How dare you? That's something really important. I'd eat so many carbs. All the carbs.
I'm not eating carbs.
Yeah, but it's your body, so I would just fill it with carbs.
Evgeny Markov from Russia, very, very good athlete. We've seen him this year, but Andy Black, that guy is going to be good.
The answer is always Loz.
I think anyone of about 10 guys could potentially win World's Strongest Man next year, so it's going to come down to whoever wants it the most.
Yeah, we'd be up for that, and if you guys can think of some things that we could do that I'd probably be better at, then definitely.
Lifts are a 400 kilo squat, a 435 kilo deadlift, and a 230 kilo bench press. A gorilla.
Yeah, a silverback gorilla. Maybe a bear.
Yeah.
Although bears wouldn't be as good at deadlift.
No. Like, an elephant might be good at pulling something, but would he go fast? He's got no grip in those hands. You need an animal that can adapt to lots of things. It's got to be the gorilla. I don't think any of them will win 5, but if we're going to pick 2, I'd say Tom Stoltman and Novikov, because they both have 1 title already, and they are both still young.
You are more than welcome to come, stay with us, eat with us, help me with my editing, pick the kids up from school and nursery, tuck them into bed. Tuck Loz into bed too, if you like.
Elizabeth, now that I'm a plus-size model, are you the jealous type?
No, I'm not the jealous type at all. I try and get him to go out and have fun.
We're not really jealous type at all, are we?
No, you can't afford to be.
Elizabeth, will you be signing autographs at the meet and greet at Britain's Strongest Man?
If people really want me to. I don't have an autograph. I have a signature.
Yes, I've been to Iran a number of times. It's a lovely country with some amazing history, some incredibly strong guys as well, and some talent for sure. Oh, I think I can manage a big squeeze for you. I'm actually not a huge donut fan, but if I was going to choose, I would say the filled. I like the jam filled ones from Tesco. They're good. Absolutely I did. I thought more was better. At one point I was training 11 times a week. Had a daughter, had to cut down to 4 times a week because of other responsibilities. Weirdly got a lot better. Just a bit of peace and quiet would be lovely. I think he's currently done with Strongman, but Ben, let us know, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Which Strongman couple would we go on a double date with?
Pixie and Kim.
Pixie and Kim. I like lots of events, but I really keep pushing to see a backlift at some comp. So next year, let's see it. Giants Live Classic, bring back an old school Strongman event like the backlift. My current strength status is probably primordial ooze level. I feel weak as I shan't say, but I don't feel strong, but there's lots of factors to that. And I guess me not feeling strong is still strong. If we're talking purely static strength in terms of gym strength, I actually think Graham Hicks is the strongest man on the planet. Let us get Britain's strongest man out of the way and we will hype the hell out of it. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be an amazing show. My favourite event was probably like a yoke or a car walk. I was always good at them and I always enjoyed them, weirdly. RDLs are a great assistance to deadlifting. Not necessarily essential, but they're an amazing movement to help strengthen the glutes, the lower back, the hamstrings. So if your lockout is weaker, they're going to be an amazing assistance to your deadlift. I have never and would never quit just because I'm doing poorly. The only reason I've ever pulled out of shows is just due to injuries. But I've done many comps where I've done badly. I've seen people that are kind of scared to compete because they're worried they come last. I've come last many times and I've won many times. My best advice when you're doing poorly in a comp is to learn from it. Why are you doing poorly? What can you do to improve next time? Always use these negatives as a learning curve and come back better next time. Thank you very much. It's so nice to hear messages like that we inspire people. We just love doing what we're doing, and if people take inspiration from it, it's just amazing, an amazing feeling for both of us. Talking Strongman is still going. We normally post one Talking Strongman episode every fortnight at the moment. We will try and increase it up to once a week, but it's normally once a fortnight right now. So that contest was a contest within a contest. So it was the British Open, and within it, the Britain's Strongest Man title. So the British guys were competing for Britain's Strongest Man, but it was an international show, and Jerry Pritchard came second. Stand up when doing all your pressing movements. Think about moving the weight from A to B rather than just what muscle groups you're using, and run around with some strongman events. This actually just comes down to personal preference and where you feel you can create the most pressure through the midsection to brace. So some people like it higher, some people like it lower. Just experiment with it, see where it feels best for you. The way the athletes are progressing and the amount of talent that we have right now, it could definitely go. We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to put any bets on it. I think it's an amazing feat of strength, but they're getting closer, they're pushing harder, there's more money coming into it, it's going to happen. I don't actually like lockouts because often they change your mechanics for the pull. You need to address your starting position. That's often the reason for a weaker lockout. You find people's hips shoot up and they start hitching. I've done a prediction video on my YouTube channel. Go and check it out. It's amazing seeing the growth of the sport and, you know, the popularity, the athletes getting recognized more, the sport's getting bigger all the time, and, you know, one step at a time. But, you know, if next year we can sell out a 20,000 stadium, that would be. How do you feel about being called Medium Liz by My Block's Strongest Man?
Well, that depends. Is he calling me medium as in psychic, in which case he's correct, or is he calling me fat?
There you go. My Block's Strongest Man, are you calling her fat? Evan hates everyone, particularly Luke Richardson. It would depend where I am, but some kind of big nasty burger with like cheese and bacon and eggs and all sorts.
And jalapenos.
On a stick?
On a stick. I like a bit of a kick.
I think it's going to be a hell of a battle between four men. Adam Bishop, Tom Stoltman, Graham Hicks and Luke Stoltman. Turn it up. Well, even though I have a magnificent beard, I've got to say I prefer boobs. What do you prefer, boobs or beards?
Boobs.
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 Boots. Boobs.
No, boobs.
Boobs.
We will definitely be back in Scotland next year at some point. I'm not sure when yet, but we will definitely make it happen.
No, unfortunately, it gives the appearance of the opposite, actually, because proportionately the rest of your body's bigger and your penis is not. So, The best way to train for fighters is to train the martial arts technique that you want to get good at. But I don't think that that's what you're asking me, because I'm a strength coach and that's what my expertise is, strength training. So I decided to write a whole post on it. Go and check it out. I'd have to say that the strongest shoulders in the world is Iron Bibi. I don't retract my scapula to the same degree that I would in a competition style bench press while I'm doing my dumbbell pressing. But what I do is extend my thoracic spine, or arch my upper back, or pick my chest up, if you will, which puts the scaps in the right position. I did when I was over 115 kilograms. The heaviest I got to was 118 kilograms. But now that I'm 102 kilograms, I'm all good. Well, I wouldn't give you the best advice because I'm not very mobile. But that's okay, because Sonny Webster is, and he specializes in mobility specifically for squatting and snatching, and lots of other stuff. Cut myself shaving. Lots of powerlifters like caffeine, so that says something. And I do believe there's some research that supports the benefits of caffeine for strength. So I'd have to say, yes. My favorite cue to maintain neutrality in the spine is to activate your lats by thinking about pulling your armpits towards your butt. Try that. Unfortunately, there are no competitions in Sydney anytime soon. It might. I've never worried about it, but I do like to eat after I train because that's when I'm hungry. So maybe I'm doing something right. When you say raw lifters, I'm assuming that you're talking about powerlifters, and powerlifters don't need speed. So you don't need speed training if you're going to be a raw lifter. It won't hurt if you include it, but it's just not necessary. Can be, if it's performed correctly, I guess. There's no harm in including other exercises too. But to answer your question, yes. Leg extension develops your quadriceps, whereas the glute ham curl, hamstring component, develops the opposite part of your leg, which is the hamstring. I think that a bent over row is an excellent exercise. However, I very rarely include them in my programming for myself or any of my high-level strength athletes because it will interfere with the recovery required for the posterior chain muscles, which you'll be needing for squats and deadlifts. I'd have to bring it down to heavy farmers walks and yokes. Imagine how much weight they're walking with. In the world's strongest man, they're using 500 kilograms and plus sometimes. Not all the times, but it's very heavy. I don't think about that, and I don't think you need to either. The strength goal should be to increase your body weight. Not only is it okay to work with what you've got, but sometimes you have no choice. So if it's as low as you can get without pushing the barbell forward, then that's what you got. Yes, I definitely will eventually. In fact, she's in a bit of trouble now that I've lost weight. She's in a lot of trouble, if I'm being honest,